Welcome students. Today we shall be studying about the properties of monosaccharides. In the previous lecture we had studied about what are carbohydrates, their classification, isomerism in the carbohydrates and about the mutarotation. So in today's class we shall be studying about the properties of monosaccharides. I would like to mention that the chemical properties will discuss in reference to that of glucose only, so that you can easily understand the concept of chemical properties of monosaccharides. So students, let us start about the properties of monosaccharides. Now what are the properties of monosaccharides? First of all, the physical properties of monosaccharides. What are the physical properties of monosaccharides? See, monosaccharides are colorless, crystalline compounds which are readily soluble in water. These are readily soluble in water and sweet in taste. Their solutions are optically active and exhibit mutarotation. They also exhibit optical isomerism and anomerism. Now the chemical properties. The physical properties we had discussed earlier, the chemical properties we will be discussing now. The first chemical property is reduction. When treated with reducing agents such as sodium amalgam hydrogen, which can reduce the sugars, aldose yields corresponding alcohols, and ketones form two alcohols because of the appearance of new asymmetric carbon in this process. So now what happens when glucose is subjected to any reducing agent? See, the glucose is converted to sorbitol. The glucose is converted into sorbitol, whereas fructose is converted to sorbitol plus mannitol. So students, let us discuss the reaction in detail. Just see the change. The change occurs at first carbon atom. The change occurs at first carbon atom. Here, the aldehyde is reduced to form corresponding alcohol, mainly a primary alcohol. The rest of the structure remains the same. So now let us revise. You should also note down the reaction as I proceed. Let us draw the structure of glucose. Glucose has 6 carbons. The first carbon is a carbonyl or aldehyde group. Please note down the configuration of hydrogen and hydroxide around the carbon atoms. You should draw in this manner only. If there is any change, the structure will be wrong. Now during reduction, the change occurs at first carbon atom. The structure from second to that of fifth carbon atom remains same. So now let us first draw the structure which is similar. Here you please note down the configurations of hydrogen and hydroxides. Now add the first carbon. What are the changes? The aldehyde groups changes into corresponding alcohol. Just see the change. Aldehyde group is changed to corresponding alcohol. This was glucose and this is sorbitol. You can see in some books it is also written as glucitol. It is an synonym to that. So as reduction is addition of hydrogen, we can see here 2 hydrogen are easily added. So, in reduction glucose tends to form glucitol or sorbitol. Now, what happens in oxidation? Upon oxidation, aldose sugars like glucose yields carboxylic acid. The aldehyde group is oxidized to carboxyl group to produce respective acids. For example, glucose produces gluconic acid, mannose mannonic acid, and galactose produces galactonic acid. Now, here just see, the aldehyde group in oxidation tends to form a carboxylic group. The changes are here, addition of oxygen. Whereas, in case of reduction, aldehyde tends to form corresponding alcohol by addition of hydrogen. Now, let us understand the reaction of oxidation in case of glucose. Now, here in the figure you can easily see that glucose is converted into gluconic acid and then to glucaric acid. How this occurs? Just see, the first carbon is converted to corresponding carboxylic group. This occurs in presence of mild oxidizing agents such as bromine, but in presence of strong oxidizing agents such as concentrated nitric acid, gluconic acid is converted to glucaric acid. Just see, the primary alcohol at 6th carbon is also converted into corresponding carboxylic acid. So, now let us complete this reaction once again. First of all, let us draw the open chain structure of glucose. Glucose is having 6 carbon atoms. The functional group at first carbon is aldehyde and at the 6th carbon is a primary alcohol. Note down the configuration of OH and H groups around the carbon chain. Now, glucose in presence of mild oxidizing agents such as bromine, the changes that are occurring are formation of carboxylic group at first carbon. Now, what happens when a strong oxidizing agent is added? It tends to form yes, glucaric acid. Now, what is this? This is gluconic acid. It will be changed into glucaric acid in presence of strong oxidizing agents such as concentrated nitric acid. Now, see the change will be occurring at the last carbon, the 6th carbon atom. There will be a carboxylic group also at the last carbon. It will be changed to form glucaric acid. So, now you all are familiar what happens when glucose is treated with oxidizing agents. It is glucaric acid. Just see here. Now, let us understand the third term, that is formation of esters. An ester group is now this is an ester group, COOR. Hydroxyl group of sugars can be esterified to form acetates, propionates, benzoates, etc. Sugar phosphates are of great biological importance. The metabolism of sugars inside the body starts with phosphorylation, such as glucose 6 phosphate. What is glucose 6 phosphate? It is the first process of glycolysis. This is the first process of glycolysis, the metabolism of glucose. We shall be understanding these reactions in coming chapters. Till then, you should understand what are the various properties of carbohydrate. So, students, till now we had studied the three properties. The first one is reduction. What happens in reduction? Glucose is converted into sorbitol. This process involves conversion of aldehyde into a primary alcohol. Whereas in case of oxidation, what happens? Glucose is first converted into gluconic acid and then to glucaric acid. Glucose is first converted into gluconic acid and then to glucaric acid. And now it is converted into glucaric acid. First step occurs in presence of mild oxidizing agent, and then the second step occurs in presence of strong oxidizing agent. Now, the third property was esterification reaction or ester formation. Ester formation. The ester formation occurs due to the presence of hydroxyl groups. Now, what are these hydroxyl groups? The OH groups of sugars. They tend to form what? Acetates, propionates, benzoates and others. So, students, these are the first three chemical properties of carbohydrates. You should revise them so that you can understand the other three properties easily. So, the next three chemical properties we will be discussing in your next class. Till then, revise them and learn them, as it is quite important from the point of view of examination. Till then, revise and learn them wisely. Thank you.